You're listening to KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1 on your dial, all day, every day. Eagle 102 KJFM Radio. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Hello and welcome to night 4 of the 97th annual
It's beginning to work. You know what night we were on.
Bowling Green Invitational. Yeah, I had to add them up real quick in my head. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart here in the high school. Mark Fronick, and I guess Gordon's going to join us tonight, huh? Gordon Sanders over in the middle school, and we'll have 4 games for you tonight. The 2 radio games will be this first game that we'll have for you here between Louisiana and Elsberry. Then we'll switch to the middle school and carry the Bowling Green Silex game on radio. Everything will be on video if you want to watch it.
That's right. You can go to kjfmradio.com, and we have those video links for you right there.
This is the third matchup between these two teams, and we'll tell you about in the pregame show after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and True Manufacturing.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, Infant through Adult Immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, Marianne, we have 2 of the better teams in the area this year matching up in this first semifinal game. Louisiana 11-6, Elsberry 14-4, as I mentioned in the open. They've already played twice.
They were barn burners, weren't they?
That they were. An overtime game in Clopton as Elsberry won that 59-56. Actually hit a shot at the buzzer to send it to overtime.
I believe it was Deshaun Dotson hit that.
It was. And then we went to Elsberry, and that game was a 49-48 win for the Indians. So 2-0 are the Indians against the Dogs. So they're looking for a little revenge tonight, are the Dogs. And we'll see if they can get it. It should be a good game.
Well, you know, we talk about it numerous times. It's hard to beat a team multiple times, and beating them 3 times is extremely hard. So we'll see what lessons Louisiana has learned in those 2 close wins. But, you know, Elsberry had a very tight game in their opening round, actually, against Van Far.
They did. Van Far took them to overtime, 57-54. Elsberry won that. Louisiana played well against Clopton and handled Clopton relatively easily. They won that game 59-44. The other games tonight, as I mentioned, we'll switch over to Silex and Bowling Green at 7 o'clock from the middle school on the radio. Van Far and Clopton will square off at 5:30, the same time as this one, over in the middle school, and we'll have that on video for you. And then the other championship semifinal will be at 7 o'clock, Winfield and North Callaway. That'll be video only as well. So we're glad to have you with us. We ought to have a good night of basketball for you. Had a bunch of close games in the first round, and we expect more of the same here tonight. We'll be back with the keys of this ball game after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated, B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting, and Billy Collins Construction.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Well, Mary Ann, you got to see the game in Clopton. Neither one of us were at Elsberry, but these teams are just pretty evenly matched.
They are. I think probably the biggest key in this game, Jim, is Louisiana needs to play 4 quarters. We saw it, fortunately for Louisiana, at Clopton where, they may have played a great first half, but then come up in the second half and they weren't the same team. You've got to be consistent from the start to the finish. And, Elsberry, on the other hand, they need to do just like they did against Van Far and just be patient and play their own game. Louisiana's going to have to find a way to shut down Caden Kinsler and Deshaun Dotson because Kinsler had, 30 points in the first game, and Dotson had 21. They had 51 of the 53 points or something. They had all. Right. So Louisiana's definitely got to find a way to shut those two down. But the big key for Louisiana tonight, you have to play 4 quarters.
Well, I think the key for Elsberry is they got to have something out of Kyle Turnbull tonight. He had an off game on Monday night. I think he scored 3 points. He's key inside because Louisiana really doesn't have a good presence inside. Ryan Capps is in there, but size-wise he won't match up with Turnbull. And you mentioned they've got to stop the basketball because Elsberry is going to try and penetrate and continue to penetrate. And for Louisiana, they just got to play defense and play hard, like you said, for 4 quarters for 100% of the time. And if they can do that, they might break this little 2-game losing streak they've got going to Elsberry and make it to the championship game, as both of these teams ironically played for consolation last year in this tournament. So they're both on the opposite side of the bracket this year, and as we mentioned, 2 of the better teams around, and they look to advance to the championship game on Saturday. Those games will be a little earlier than the girls' games. The consolation game will start at 3, the third place game at 4:30, and the championship game at 6 o'clock. We'll take one more break, and we'll be back with your starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Trophy Properties and Auction, Joe Ogden Agent, Louisiana Flowers and Gifts, and LaCrosse Lumber in Louisiana.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Elsberry comes in as the 2 seed, Louisiana as the 3 seed. Let's give you the starting lineups. A 6'3 senior for Louisiana. He wears number 2, Mason Washington. A 5'10 junior, number 5, Donovan Richards. A 5'9 senior, number 20, Nathan Perkins. A 6'3 junior, number 23, Jack Logan. And a 6'2 senior, number 34, Ryan Capps. So it'll be Washington, Richards, Perkins, Logan, and Capps for head coach Matt Smith. He is assisted by Bobby Spoonster. For Elsberry, they're 14-4 on the season. Starting for them, a 5'8 junior, number 2, Bryce Irving. A 6'1 junior, number 3, Evan Wilson. A 5'10 junior, number 11, Caden Kinsler. A 5'11 junior, number 14, Deshaun Dotson. And a 6'3 junior, number 23, Kyle Turnbull. So it'll be Irving, Wilson, Kinsler, Dotson, Turnbull for head coach Caleb Johnson. He's assisted by Michael Mays. Elsberry averages 57.5 points a game offensively, while Louisiana averages 60. Louisiana gives up 47, and Elsberry gives up 51. So if you look at the statistics, they are pretty close.
Yeah.
The scores have been pretty close. We expect a pretty close game.
We do expect it. It'll be a fun game regardless. There's no doubt about it.
Want to talk about, we were able to get some statistics tonight. Louisiana shot. We're going to do the national anthem. We'll take a break and we'll tell you about statistics after this on Eagle 102.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown's Smokehouse Meats.
Well, the national anthem just wrapping up here in the high school gym. In the middle school gym, they're getting their national anthem underway. We're getting ready for the announcements of the starting lineups here in this one. Marion Everhart, Jim Ross here with you this evening.
Are we doing game breaks? Or are they just video only tonight?
They are video only. We're going to see if we can do like we did last night and tap into
them.
We're going to see.
A live look in.
That's right.
There you go.
We'll see if technology is working in our favor this evening.
Let's tell you about some statistical stuff for both teams. Louisiana has shot 201 three-pointers. Elsberry shot 276. That stat actually surprised me. I figured Louisiana had shot more threes. Elsberry shooting it at a 25% clip. Louisiana 37%. From the field, Louisiana 47% and Elsberry 41. You look at the scores for each team. Caden Kinsler leads Elsberry at 17.7. Kyle Turnbull at 9.2 and Deshaun Dotson at 14.2 and Deshaun Dotson at 9.7. For Louisiana, they're led by Jack Logan at 17.1, Mason Washington at 15.7, and Ryan Capps at 11.1. So a lot of guys can score in this game. Caden Kinsler, one of the more exciting players in the area, as he likes to go to the hoop with a passion, and he'll be doing that again tonight. I talked to Coach Caleb Johnson and Coach Matt Smith before the game. Caleb wasn't very happy with the way they played on Tuesday night, as Danfar gave them all they wanted and some more probably.
Yeah, they did. I don't think anybody expected that 2-7 matchup to be as close as it was.
No. Matt Smith happy with the way his guys played, hoping they can repeat it because that's been the challenge for them. You mentioned it. Consistency has been their issue, and we'll see if they can match that tonight. Elsberry in their home whites, red numbers, black trim. Louisiana in their road reds with white numbers and black trim. Louisiana will move from your left to your right on your radio dial for those of you listening to us on the radio. Glad to have you with us. The 97th annual Bowling Green Invitational, night 4. It's all boys, and we're underway, and Louisiana controls the opening tip. Perkins takes it into the paint. He's got his shot blocked from behind, but picks up the loose ball, and now they'll reset things. And let's see what Elsberry wants to do defensively. They're going to come out in that 1-2-2 zone. And like the girls, they'll spread it into a 3-2 if they can and cover the wings, protect against the three-point shooting. Richards to Perkins to Logan on the left wing. He'll shoot one from way deep. It's off the mark, no good. Wilson with the rebound for Elsberry, so they'll have their first offensive possession. Kinsler into the front court now to Dotson. Dotson against the man-to-man. You don't see Louisiana play zone much. They've actually played a little more zone this year than they have in the past. That's like breaking Matt Smith's arm to get him to do that. But they're working it around the horn. Head of the key now to Irving, left wing to Dotson. He'll penetrate to the left elbow, spin move to the paint. His shot's off the mark, but he's fouled by Perkins.
That'll be Nathan's first.
And we'll have our first free throws of the night. And Deshaun Dotson will do the honors for the Indians. 62% free throw shooter is Dotson. First one's off the mark. Neither team terribly good from the free throw line. Elsberry 66% as a team. Louisiana 59%. Dotson will get a second. It's way off the mark as well. And the rebound to Louisiana. Caps will handle it. And the Dogs head the other way. Washington in the front court to Logan. Head of the key now to Richards. Back to Logan. We've played just over a minute. No score. Perkins and Richards playing catch out about the 28-foot mark, staring at this zone. You got to penetrate in if you want to do any damage against this or get somebody inside. They're playing 4 out right now. That's hard to work against the zone. Back and forth they go. Now to Logan. Now they get it into Washington on the left block, and he nearly has it stolen, but then he travels. He knocked it out of his hand. He grabbed it, stumbled a little bit with it, and the first turnover will go against Louisiana. And they'll press full court. Usually they press through the first pass and then back up. We'll see if they get this initial trap. They get it into Kinsler. He'll skip it over the top, and Dotson's going to grab it, but they've got a cheap foul that time on a loose ball. Whew. That would indicate this game might be called reasonably close, huh?
Well, we've seen that all week already.
Fouls on Caps, his first. They got to keep him in the game for sure. So Elsberry will maintain possession. 2 fouls on Elsberry, nothing yet on Louisiana, I should say. Nothing yet on Elsberry. Kinsler on a pick and roll with Turnbull. He'll pull up from 16, right wing, no good. Long rebound out to Dotson at the free line. Skips it over Irving. He'll penetrate to the left block. The runner's off the mark, no good. Caps with the rebound to Richards. Richard pushes it in the front court. Elsberry, Louisiana, I would think, would want to beat Elsberry down the floor before they set up this zone defense. It's causing them problems right at the moment. Down on the block to Caps, and he dribbles it off. Looked like Wilson's foot and goes out of bounds back to Louisiana.
Kind of feel like we're right where we were last night with the cap on the basket.
Yep, 5:43, no score. We've played almost 3 minutes. Louisiana gets it in without a problem. Richards now has it between the circles. Right wing to Perkins. He looks inside in the short corner to Washington. He'll try and penetrate into the paint. His 8-foot jumper's no good. Wilson with the rebound, and he nearly throws it away. It's deflected off Richards and goes out of bounds back to the Indians.
So it looks like we're going full court defense here from our Bulldogs again.
And that's what they'll do, and usually after the first pass breaks it, they go back, and that's what's happened. Elsberry pushing it up the floor down the left sideline. Dotson with it now, pulls up, gets it to Irving. Irving to the free throw line to Wilson. He'll shoot the three. Good.
There you go. And finally points on the board tonight.
Evan Wilson is their best three-point shooter. And we've got a whistle. And it's going to be a warning for delay, I believe. Let the ball go through the net is what the official says. And don't knock it away to stop the break. That's an old-fashioned trick there.
Uh-huh. Hey,
but the official catches him.
Got to do what you got to do.
Officiating crew not from around here, which is always good because you see a lot of the same officials during the regular season. Bowling Green does a pretty good job of bringing people in from outside the area. One guy from Washington, one guy from over in Illinois, and another guy down from St. Peter's. Speaking of Washington, Washington has it, gives it to Richards, now to Perkins. Down to 4:40, 3-0, Elsberry leads it. Richards to Logan. Logan to the head of key, left wing to Richards. He'll shoot the three. Good. His shooting came around the other night, and they need him. He ties it at 3 with a high arcing three-pointer, and Wilson's whistled for the travel. So the first turnover of the game on Elsberry. Not terrible pressure by the zone press, but enough to cause Wilson to turn it over.
And the crowd's rolling in is what I was eyeing down here as we were waiting for the inbounds play.
Slow arriving crowd, like L.A. at the baseball games, right? Down to 4:15, we're tied at 3. Logan has it the far sideline to Richards, now to Perkins. Back to Logan. Lob in the near corner. They whip it inside from Washington to Caps. He finally corrals it, puts it on the floor, loses it, gets it out to Logan. Logan penetrates, kicks it to Richards. Nowhere to go with it, and Richards throws it away. Tried to force it inside to Washington and stolen by Elsberry. Back comes Kitzler into the paint. His 10-footer's good.
We mentioned he had a great night on Monday or Tuesday night.
31 points. Dotson with 20. And the lead is 2 at 5-3. In the game at Clopton, Elsberry got behind against Louisiana and came back in the fourth. And as we mentioned, made a bucket at the buzzer to send it to over. Actually, a three-pointer to send it in overtime. Louisiana gets it inside to Caps, and he's going to be fouled from behind this time. I believe they'll call that on Turnbull. We'll check and make sure. Nope, they're going to call it on Kitzler, his first. To the charity stripe for Louisiana, 6'2" senior Ryan Caps, so he'll get 2 shots. 61% from the line for him.
Yeah, I feel like you're jinxing them as much as I do. Checking in the ball game now, Eli Gladney coming in for Evan Wilson for the Indians.
I wish I could change the percentage, but they shot him.
I understand. But I think it goes back to that whole thing every time we talk about it.
Caps makes the second, so the first free throw made by either team, but Elsberry still leads it 5-4. They get it in as Gladney's checked into the game. Wilson to the bench for Elsberry. Gladney, a role player that does a lot of the dirty stuff for Elsberry. He hands it off to Dotson, guarded by Richards out here on the 28-foot mark, left side. They get it inside to the block to Turnbull. He'll pass it over to Irvin. His shot's up off the glass and good. Bryce Irving with his first bucket of the game, and it's 7 for Elsberry. 2:50 to play in the first. Logan in the left corner. He's open for 3. He'll let it go. Back to rim, no good. Dotson with the rebound. They'll look to run. Dotson pushes, gets it to the middle of the paint. Finger roll layups, good. Ooh, that was pretty.
Yeah, it was.
That was a little ways out for what would we think of as a conventional finger roll layup, but he finger rolled it with some arch to it, and it dropped. And the lead is now 5 at 9-4. Perkins back to Richards, back to Perkins as they play catch, staring at this zone. I'm not quite sure what these young men think that's doing, just passing it back and forth, but short corner now to Caps, far sideline, back to Richards. He'll penetrate to Perkins, now to Richards. Richards to Logan, inside now to Washington. He'll take it to the left block. His shot's up, and it crawls over the rim, but won't drop. Kitzler with the rebound. He'll go full speed ahead. If you don't stop the ball, he'll go to the hoop. He does and scores.
Give him another 2.
And a timeout on the floor. Louisiana's going to take it. They trail Elsberry 11-4, 1:54 to play. We're in the first. You're listening to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Night Owls Cafe, Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, and CarQuest.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Well, Marianne, Louisiana has very little going on offensively right now.
Yeah, they've got to get, well, we mentioned Caps, you know, get him involved inside. Mason Washington, it'd be nice if he and Jack Logan could get on track as well.
Haven't made anything from the outside yet other than a single three by Richards. And a free throw, that's all they've got. They trail 11-4. They have it after the timeout, do the Dogs. In the game now, Kenny McCormick for Perkins. He can shoot it from 3, and Logan throws it away. Stolen by Gladney. Third turnover of the game on the Dogs. Gets it back to Kinsler. Kinsler to the head of the key. Left wing to Gladney. He'll shoot the 3. Good.
Tell you what, Elsberry's found their groove tonight.
That's not really Gladney's strong suit. A line drive three-pointer. It goes down, and the lead is double digits at 10. Washington, as they working around the horn now to Logan. Skip past this side to McCormick. He'll fake the 3 and gives it back to Richards between the circles. 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Logan in the far corner gets it to Caps in the short corner. He's a double team. Back to Richards. He'll pull up from 15 off the back of the rim and backboard and a little bit of everything else, but it went in. He's got 5, leads Elsberry in scoring. 14-6, down to 40 seconds to play in the first. Kinsler across the timeline to Irving, left corner now to Dotson. Gets it to the block to Turnbull, kicks it out to Irving. He'll shoot the 3 wide open. Bingo.
It's raining threes for
They're
Elsberry.
lighting it up. That's their third 3 of the game. And the lead back to.
They must have called it 2.
10. I guess they might have because they only put 2 up, right?
They did.
We'll change that to 2. He must have had his tippy toe on the line. Down to 16 seconds. McCormick penetrates inside the key area, kicks it to Richards, left wing. To Logan, down to 7. McCormick in the corner now. His 3 balls way short. Washington up for the rebound. He'll go up off the glass. It won't go, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Good quarter for the Elsberry Indians. They lead at 16-6. You're listening to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Eisenbath Auto and Supply, Remax Realty Shop Agent Kelly Crane, and the Cross Lumber Company in Vandalia.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
16-6, Elsberry leads it, the number 2 seed, as they've hit 3 3-pointers. And Louisiana hasn't done a whole lot. They've got 5 out of Donovan Richards, and that's a free throw from Ryan Capps. So Elsberry will have it as we start the second, moving from our right to our left.
Might note in the other gym right now in the second quarter, Clopton leads Van Far 14-9.
Wyatt Harrison in the game now for Louisiana. Elsberry gets it down to Turnbull on the left block, kicks it back out to Kinsler. Elsberry with their starters in, minus Gladney. Gladney in for Irving. They get in the short corner right side now to Turnbull between the leg dribble. He'll back up behind the arc. Now to Dotson. Dotson against the man-to-man. Gets it back into Turnbull down low. His shot up off the glass. No good. Washington with the rebound for Louisiana. They'll try and push the pace a little bit. Elsberry back defensively, though. Washington to Richards. Right wing now to McCormick. McCormick back to Richards. To McCormick. McCormick in the short corner right side to Washington. He'll spin, and we've got a whistle and 3 seconds. Is that what he called? A turnover, nonetheless, the fourth. He either stepped on, he may have stepped on the inline.
Yeah.
As Perkins will return, Richards will take a seat for Louisiana. Elsberry still up by 10. Full court pressure by the Dogs. Hasn't bothered Elsberry at all with the exception of one traveling violation. Dotson gets in the front court, right wing to Wilson. He'll shoot the three. That's off the mark. And Kinsler with the rebound on the weak side. Goes up in the paint, fadeaway jumper from 8's good. Caden Kinsler's got 6, and the lead grows to 12, and Louisiana's going to have to wake up or they may get blown out of here. Right wing, they play a little pitch and catch. Washington at the head of the key now to McCormick. He tries to throw it inside, deflected away and stolen by Elsberry. Dotson's going to go to the glass. His layup's no good, but the foul will be on Nathan Perkins, his second. And to the line for the second time tonight will go Deshaun Dotson. He'll get 2 more. 18-6. Elsberry on top. Shot. Watson's free throw short. He really hadn't been close from the charity stripe so far. So Richards and Logan return. Perkins and Kenny McCormick will take a seat. Second free throw by Dotson. See, I shunned him into making that free throw, didn't I? See, it's the reverse jinx. And Dotson will take a seat. Irving will return. Dotson with 3, and the lead is now 13 at 19-6. Louisiana continuing just to work it around the horn against this zone. Richards to Logan, to Richards, to Harrison. You're not missing anything. If you're watching on video, you know what I'm talking about. Just nonchalant is Louisiana on offense, trailing by 13. Now a penetration by Logan. That's what you got to do. He puts it up and scores.
It's his first 2 points of the night.
There it is. You can't stand there and look at it. You got to penetrate. Turnbull back quickly for Elsberry into the near corner. Throws it away. Stolen by Washington. Washington on the break, but Elsberry's defense is back. He'll kick it right wing and swatted away by Gladney. He saves it inbounds right back to Washington. He'll go up off the front of the rim. No good. Richards with the offensive rebound for Elsberry, and he nearly throws it away, but there's going to be a foul on Wilson, a loose ball foul that time, as Logan was trying to save it inbounds. And that'll be Evans' first foul of the night. Second team foul. Louisiana will have it between the bench and the score table of Elsberry. Into Richards, now to Logan, left wing. Back to Richards. To Logan, to Richards. Down to 5:20 to play in the half. 19-8, Elsberry on top. Richards now on the dribble. Gets it to Logan in the far corner. Skip past the head of the key to Harrison. Back to Richards to Logan. He'll shoot the deep three. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Kinsler with the rebound. He'll look to push. Up the sideline, gets it to Wilson. He's open for 3. He'll let it go. It's good. Evan Wilson with his second 3 of the night. They're filling it up from deep are the Indians. 22-8. 14, the biggest lead of the night for Elsberry. Harrison penetrates, kicks it to Logan. Back to Harrison at the head of the key to Logan. Well outside the arc on the wing. Skip pass to the near wing to Richards. He can't get a shot off as Kinsler closes nicely. Down to 4:30 to play in the first half. Harrison, short corner to Caps. He'll go inside. His shot's partially blocked and goes out of bounds. Back to Louisiana. You know, you've got Wilson at 6'1" and Turnbull at 6'3", and that's a problem for Ryan in the paint. Difficult to shoot over. Richard gets it in on the inbounds pass, and Washington can't convert. Point blank range, spun in and out. And Irving with it now for Elsberry to Kinsler. He'll penetrate, pulls up from 16. Bingo. They are making everything. After a slow start, you wanted the lids off?
Yeah.
It's definitely off on the Elsberry, and it's 24-8, a 16-point lead. Caps gets it, and he's going to be fouled. And if that's Wilson, that'll be his third. Well, let's check and see who they call it on. It is on Wilson. Actually, they say it's his second. I stand corrected. And Ryan Caps back to the free throw line. He'll miss the first. And he'll get a second.
And we're trying to get some technical issues taken care of if you're watching the video. Gotta love technology when it works.
Yeah, I'm glad it's you. Ignorance is bliss sometimes. Caps can't make either free throw, and Cody Twellman with the rebound. He just checked in the game. He gets out of a double team, gets it up to Turnbull. He'll push it in the front court, and now we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. Caleb Johnson wants to talk about it. We'll step aside as well. 24-8, Elsberry leads it, 3:56 to play in the first half. You listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, PJ Salon, and Center Locker Service.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
The most complete coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
So far, it's all Elsberry.
Yeah. I tell you what, they definitely made some adjustments and decided they didn't like how things went on Tuesday night, and they weren't going to let that happen again.
They have it out of the timeout. They get it quickly to Dotson for three. He shoots an air ball that time, and it's going to go off of Elsberry, they say. Or check that, Louisiana. Logan touched it last. So that's the first three ball that hasn't been very close for Elsberry, but they get it back nonetheless. Lob in and stolen on the inbounds pass by Richards. He'll go one-on-one with Irvin to the glass. Up, no good. Harrison with the rebound. He'll kick it back out to Richards. And they'll reset the offense. Logan in the far corner gets it inside to Washington on the block, and he's going to run into Twellman, but it's going to be a blocking foul on Cody. The fourth, maybe fifth team foul. Let's see what it is. Looks like it's the fourth. So no free throws. Richards gets to Washington. Oh, where'd the defense go? He's all alone. He'll score an easy bucket. The defense went the other way with Caps, and Washington was standing literally with nobody within 5 feet of him on inbounds play. Elsberry back quickly again after the inbounds to Kinser. He'll pull up from 8, no good. Washington with the rebound. He'll push it to Logan up the left sideline in front of the benches. Now to the middle of the court, spins in the paint. Pulls up from 15, good. So maybe that last timeout woke the Dogs up. Twellman gets it to Irving against this full court press. He'll get into the front court now. He shoots a runner from 8. It's no good, so they're taking those early shots now. And Louisiana's got them playing their game. Washington now down on the block to Caps. He'll penetrate in, and he's in trouble, and Twellman takes it away. Just ripped it away from Caps. That's doing something there.
No kidding.
And Elsberry has it back, leading 24-12, 2:40 to play in the half. Dotson directs a little traffic now. Louisiana still in a man-to-man. Dribbles to the left elbow, gets it into Turnbull on the left block. He tries to penetrate, double team comes. He hits Irvin from the head of the key. It's off the mark, backboard, rim, backboard, doesn't go. Louisiana with the rebound. Richards now into the front court. He's got Harrison in the far corner. He'll drive baseline, drops it into Caps. He'll pick it up and score. Nice feed that time by Wyatt Harrison. And the lead down to 10. So Elsberry's cut into that 16-point lead, or Louisiana, should say, cut into the 16-point lead. Now the ball's loose, and it's going to go off of Elsberry, but they're going to say it went off Louisiana. That hit Twellman's feet. Now they're going to turn it around, yeah. Everybody over there on the sidelines, including the bench, saw it hit Twellman in the foot. And now we have some subs. It'll be Gladney returning for Twellman for Elsberry. 2:02 to play in the second quarter. Louisiana a little 6-0 run. Still trails by 10, however, 24-14.
Real quick, an update from the other gym. Still in the second quarter. Clopton leads Van Far 22-13.
Logan gets it in the short corner of Washington. He drops it to Richards in the paint, up off the glass and good. Here comes the Bulldogs. 7 for Richards. Lead down to 8. Gladney takes the inbounds, gets it to Turnbull, skips it over to Kinser on the far sideline. He'll break the pressure, no problem, and Louisiana will drop back in that man-to-man. Kinser waits on the pick for Turnbull. Left wing to Gladney. He ball fakes, penetrates in, pulls up from 10. It's short, no good. And Caps gets the rebound, then goes to the deck and travels.
And Bryce Irving comes in, helps Caps up.
Not positively sure he had control of that before he went to the ground, but the official thought he did. And so the turnover, number 7, gives it back to Elsberry. They lead by 10 still with 1:20 to play here in the half. Kinsler to throw it in right side of the paint. He looks. Now he'll lob it deep to Turnbull out between the circles. He'll pull up from 3 and let it fly. It's no good. So Elsberry's shot selection's gone in the tank as of late.
Well, that lid went back on.
That too. Washington near corner to Harrison. Penetrates in, gives it back to Washington. He'll penetrate in, drops it into Caps on the block. His layup's up and good. And the lead is 6, 24-18. Still full court pressure. Turnbull back in the backcourt with Kinsler, and Kinsler dribbles it out off his foot, out of bounds, and we'll turn it over. My, oh my. From a 16-point lead to 6, and Louisiana has the ball with 49 ticks to play in the half. Washington will throw it in. Top of the key extended right here below us. He'll get it into Richards. No need to change things now for Louisiana. Looks like they're thinking about slowing it down. They get it on the block to Caps. That's where he's made his money. To Washington, he travels. Ball fake, didn't put it on the floor, and got whistled for the travel. Turnover number 8. 36 ticks to play. Still 24-18 now. Elsberry on top. A 10-0 run for Louisiana to get back in this thing. Against the pressure, Irving dribbles between everybody, has it swatted from behind, stolen by Richards. Washington swatted it away. They get it to the left wing, working around the horn now to Harrison. Back to Richards. Richards going to shoot a deep 3. Bingo! Donovan Richards with 10 in the first half, and the lead's down to 3. Irving with 10 seconds in the backcourt gets it to Dotson. Now, he had a 3-on-1 break and decided against it. He'll slow it down with 4. Kinsler penetrates, and we've got a hand check foul. Neither team near a bonus in any form or fashion, so it'll be an out of bounds for Elsberry underneath their own basket. Fouls on Richards, his first. Kinsler will trigger it in. 1.8 ticks to go in the half. What a turnaround in this one.
Excitement. We told you it was going to be a fun game. Oh.
So the official comes in and says, gentlemen, keep your hands to yourself, which brings a chuckle from the fat crowd. Kinsler to throw it in. Throws it deep to Dotson. He'll shoot one from 28 foot. No good, and that'll do it for the first half. And what a second quarter for the Bulldogs. They still trail by 3, 24-21. The halftime show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM. Sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
24-21. Elsberry leads it. They led by as many as 16, and Elsberry went on a little 10-0 run to cut that lead down to 3. Actually, it was a 13-1 run, wasn't it?
It was. I tell you what, it was exciting, and we told you at the beginning of the game that it was going to be a close matchup. Elsberry came out for a short period there, really got on fire like they couldn't miss. And all of a sudden the lid went back on the bucket for them, and it opened wide up for the Bulldogs, and they came down, and they were having all kinds of success. So fun times here at the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament.
So what we thought might be a blowout, actually, I mentioned if Louisiana didn't wake up, they could get blown out when they were down by 16. They did wake up, and they've got back in this thing, and they trail 24-21. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the first half scoring for you after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Calumet of Missouri, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Might give you an update from the other gym at the half. Clopton leads Van Far 24-18, so that sounds like it's a good game over there as well.
Absolutely, and we mentioned it in the pregame that we had close games in the in the opening round on the boys' side of the tournament, and we expected much of the same here in the semis, and so far, so good, right? What'd you say the score was?
24-18.
So a good one over there as well. You got the scoring?
I do. I think so. I was double-checking my numbers, but it looks like right now leading the way for the Elsberry Indians, Caden Kinsler leads with 8, Evan Wilson with 6. With 4 points right now, Bryce Irving, and then Eli Gladney and Deshaun Dotson each with 3 there, 4 from the charity stripe. For Louisiana leading for them, Donovan Richards with 10, Ryan Capps with 7, and then Mason Washington, Jack Logan each with 2, and they are 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. Am I close?
You're right on the money.
All right.
And Louisiana hit 2 3-pointers. Elsberry hit 3. 16-6, Elsberry led at the end of the first quarter, and Louisiana turned that around, outscoring the Indians 15-8 in that second quarter to give us our score of 24-21, and that was kind of fun.
That was fun. I'm like you. I was a little nervous there when Elsberry started opening up. I'm like, they really were mad about that close game on Tuesday night, so they were going to make sure this wasn't going to be a close game tonight, and then all of a sudden, boom, here we are.
Okay, put your coaching cap on. When we come back, I want to hear your keys to the second half.
Oh, I don't know why you do this to me.
I'm trying to get you into your coaching mode.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Great hair doesn't happen by chance. It happens by an appointment with PJ Salon. Make your appointment today and look your absolute best. PJ Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana is your full-service salon, offering manicures, pedicures, tanning, and much more. Gift certificates for your someone special are always available, and walk-ins are welcome at PJ Salon. You may have 99 problems, but your hair doesn't have to be one of them. PJ Salon in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
24-21 our score. Elsberry leads it as we are at halftime of this first semifinal game. And both teams back on the floor. Coaches have instructed them. What did they tell them?
Well, I'm not real sure what they told them. What I would tell them is, obviously, Louisiana, when the tempo picked up, man, they were knocking them down. They're going to have to continue to move the ball quickly. They really did well getting that ball into Ryan Capps, and it didn't give him much time to get that, for Elsberry to get that double team set when he was in that short corner. So they're going to have to pick up the tempo. I have a feeling if they're going to want to continue here. Elsberry, on the other hand, you hit it in the pregame. Kyle Turnbull, they're going to have to get him in there some way, somehow. He just hasn't had a lot of luck this evening. They're going to have to find a way to get him in there and get him scoring tonight.
Has not scored, and very good, by the way.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for our halftime show. Don't go away. We'll have a great second half for you right after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Royal Banks, and CMC Distributing and Manufacturing.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
At Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair in Vandalia, they say it's better to prevent a breakdown than having to pay for one. Preventative maintenance is key, but if your machinery should break down, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair is there to serve you in the shop, on the farm, or roadside. See Craig's for semi-truck and trailer repair, oil changes, overhauls, and much more. Farm planting season to harvest season and beyond, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair can help keep all your equipment and big rigs rolling. Call in or stop in today. Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair, Highway 54 east of Vandalia.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102, brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Veolia Landscape Supply, and A Taste of Philly.
Well, Jim, want to remind folks, if you're coming out to the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, and we really hope to see you out here, you don't need to cook. That's one thing we need to remind you. We have absolutely outstanding concessions here at the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. I'm pretty sure that you've spoken highly of the hot dogs.
I have, and if I can, I got to go to the middle school gym after this, and I'm going to try and see if I can slide through the concession stand and grab me a dog on the way.
Well, I can attest the other night I got one of the burgers. Was absolutely fabulous. I noticed, I think tonight they're having fish sandwiches.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
So come out, support the Bowling Green Booster Club as well by letting them cook supper for you. Every mom's dream, not to have to cook supper.
And, of course, they take good care of us here. The hospitality room, tremendous as well. So Elsberry leads 24-21. Louisiana will have it to start the second half. Both teams with their original starters back in the game. Elsberry still in that zone. Perkins right wing, dribbles baseline, gets it inside to Washington, but it's loose on the floor and stolen away by Dotson, and he'll be fouled.
Okay, that's not what I told him to do.
Well, Louisiana started just like they did in the first half, turning the ball over with. Foul is on Richards, his second. And Louisiana's pressed full court the entire game, and they'll come out in a press once again. Elsberry hadn't had a whole lot of difficulty, a couple turnovers late. Now they get it to Dotson in the far corner, and they throw it inside, stolen by Logan. So back-to-back turnovers for each respective club, and it's still 24-21. Louisiana stopped, as Elsberry, I should say, got back and stopped that faster game for Louisiana here in the first minute of the second half. Logan penetrates in. He'll pull up from 8, back the rim, no good. And Wilson with the rebound for the Indians. He'll get it to Kinsler. He'll penetrate, and he'll be fouled. Is it going to be on Washington or on Perkins?
Look, Perkins.
On Perkins, his third. So Wyatt Harrison will come up off the bench. Wyatt, a 5'7" junior. And Elsberry has it right here below us on the sideline with 1 minute gone here in the this third quarter, I should say.
The first half went pretty quickly.
Louisiana in a zone. That's shocking. 2-3 zone. Elsberry works it around the horn. Irving at the head of the key right now. Back to Dotson, right wing. He'll penetrate to the baseline. Nowhere to go. Drops it off to Turnbull. He'll shoot it from 16. In and out. No good. Rebounds loose, and Logan will come away with it. Has it swatted away, but Richards corrals the loose ball. And Louisiana has it with 6:30, kind of like the first half. Nobody's scored yet in this second half.
No, but I can tell you it was fun watching Turnbull and Caps tangled down here on the block.
Louisiana, Logan gets it in the near corner to Harrison. He'll drive baseline to the short corner, reverses field, kicks it back to Logan. In between the circles now to Harrison. He'll direct a little traffic for the Dogs. Things are slowed down. Man, these are low-scoring games, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Holy smokes. In the high post to Washington. He looks and gives it to Richards. Richards down to Caps, back to Washington. Nice interior passing. Washington's pass is shot, I should say, is off the rim, no good. And Dotson heads up the far sideline. He'll slow it down as the defense is back down to 5:45 to play in the third.
Nobody has scored.
24-21 our score. Dotson headed the key to Irving, to Wilson, to Dotson, to Irving in the far corner. They're giving him space to shoot it. Elsberry's just electing not to shoot it. Kinsler will penetrate in. He'll pull up from 10. Good.
Didn't have to tell him. He saw the spot. He saw some open space, took advantage, and he's in double digits now.
He's got 10, and the lead grows to 5 at 26-21. So is Louisiana going to do the same thing they did in the first half? Sleep through part of it. Logan's deep three's off the heel, no good, but Richards comes away with the rebound. Gets to Harrison, back to Richards. To Harrison, penetrates down the paint, and he's going to be fouled.
And it looks like that foul's going to go on Bryce Irving. That is his first, team's first of the half.
Louisiana will have it underneath the open basket, left side of the paint. Richards gets it into Washington. He'll go up in the crowd. No good, too strong. Kinsler with the rebound. He'll push it, as always, and he's banged into by Caps, and Caps will pick up what I believe is his second foul. And Elsberry will have it underneath their own basket. Kinsler will throw it in from the left side of the paint. 1-4 lineup. Kinsler looks. Elsberry hadn't had much luck, and there's a 5-second violation. About to say, Elsberry hadn't had much luck on their inbounds plays, and that time they got caught. Second turnover of the half, 7th of the game. Elsberry, or Louisiana, I should say, with 8 turnovers in the first half. Just one here early in the second. So both teams taking fairly decent care of the basketball. Richards dribbles into the key area, kicks it back to Logan, left wing. Skip past far corner to Washington. Washington to Harrison to Richards as they work it around the horn now with 4:29 to play here in the third. 26-21, Elsberry on top. And Harrison got it on the wing and had a little bunny hop in there before he took off. He's whistled for the travel.
And just as you were talking about the low turnovers.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't bring up turnovers or free throw shooting.
Hey, I understand.
Full court pressure by Louisiana. And now Dotson travels. Same thing as Harrison did. So they give it right back. And Louisiana will have it right next to the score table in the front court. 4:10 to play here in the third quarter. 26-21, Elsberry still leads. Biggest lead of the night for them is 16. Louisiana has never led in this game. Washington left wing outside the arc, now gives it to Richards. And then corner to Logan, back to Richards, head of the key to Washington. Washington left wing to Harrison. Down the short corner to Caps, back to Richards, right wing to Logan. He'll shoot the three. It's off the backboard, no good.
And Caps is going to pick up his third foul.
He does. Swatted it over the back of, I believe it was Turnbull.
Yeah, kind of had his hand kind of touching the middle of his back a little bit.
And he picks up his third foul with 3:48 to play here in the third. He has got to be in this game. Louisiana wants any chance. Elsberry gets it in. Wilson Dribbles out of the double team, gets it to Kinsler. Across the timeline now to the middle of the court. Down the paint, up, and no good. And a blocking foul. That'll be on Caps, and that'll be number 4.
Yep.
Now he's coming out. As Perkins will take his spot, and to the charity stripe will go Caden Kinsler for the first time tonight. He'll get 2 shots. We've only had 2 points scored in this quarter, and we've played we played 3.5 minutes. Or 4.5 minutes if you can do math.
We'll just
First free throw is good.
Marianne told you. Just a quick update from the other gym. Clopton has extended their lead 34-25 over Van Far, although Van Far is at the free throw line, makes the free throw, so it makes it 34-26.
Kinsler drains them both, and the lead back to 7 for Elsberry. Louisiana has not scored a point in this third quarter. Kind of amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Clopton made the free throws. It's 38-25.
28-21. Elsberry steals it from Harrison. Dotson, he'll go coast to coast to the glass, layup up and good. Can't do much about that once you turn it over. Back to a 9-point lead. So Louisiana made their run as Elsberry found their footing now. We shall see. 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Louisiana has not scored in this third quarter. Harrison to Richards. He'll shoot a deep 3. That's off the mark, front of the rim. Kinsler with the rebound. Here he goes again. He's going to go to the paint, up off the glass. No good. Richards with the rebound. Decent defense by Louisiana to get back that time to slow Kinsler down. Left wing to Perkins. Short corner now to Washington. Back to Perkins. Perkins on the left wing. Now to Washington. They play a little catch. Now they'll reset to Richards in between the circles. Down to 2:30 to play in the quarter. Washington head of the key to Richards. He flips it to Perkins. His 3's off the mark. Elsberry with the rebound once again. And Dotson tries to throw it in. It's drop kicked by Harrison.
Checking in the game, Gladney's coming in along with Kenny McCormick for Louisiana as Bryce Irving and Wyatt Harrison take a seat.
Still 30-21, Elsberry on top. 2:17 to play in the third. Caps on the bench with 4 fouls. 3 of them here in this third quarter. Kinsler backs down Richards, shoots a turnaround jumper from 8, and it's good.
And he is just a junior,
Yeah,
folks.
he is, and he's an even better baseball player, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
Elsberry went to the Final Four in baseball with no upperclassmen last year. Louisiana works it around the horn. Logan tries to penetrate, drops it off to Richards outside the arc. Left corner now to McCormick. He'll shoot the 3. It's off the mark, no good. Washington with the offensive rebound. His putback's up and good. And finally, Louisiana is on the board in this third quarter. Washington is fouled. And I believe it's going to be on Turnbull. It'll be his first. And Mason Washington to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. He makes the free throw. So the drought is broken for Louisiana, but they still trail by 8, 32-24. Gives them a chance to really set up their press, but Kinsler breaks it into the front court. Left wing to Dotson. He'll penetrate into the glass, finger roll up and good.
He's good with that finger roll.
Yeah, big old scoop shot with a finger roll at the end. That's old school pretty there. And it's a 10-point lead for Elsberry, 34-24, 1:15 to play. We're in the third quarter. Winner to the championship game at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Into Perkins in the mid-post. He shoots a turnaround 10-footer. Good.
Gets him in the scorebooks for the evening.
His first points of the night. Full court pressure once again. No problem for Kinsler. Into the front court, right in front of the Elsberry bench now, under a minute to play. Kinsler now gets it to Wilson. Wilson outside the arc, penetrates in, kicks it to Turnbull in the right corner. Between the legs dribble, loses the handle a little bit, picks it up, hands it back to Dotson. He'll drive baseline, gets it inside of Turnbull. Great pass, shots up and good. Count the bucket and the foul.
That is Kyle Turnbull's first points of the night as well.
It is. Foul's going to go on Logan, his first. And Kyle will be able to try and complete the three-point play. He's a 6'3" junior. First one, or his first free throw of the night actually is good as well. So give him 3, the lead back to 11, 37-26, down to 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Around the horn they go. They get in the short corner to Washington, near side. Washington in the double team back to McCormick. Ball fakes, doesn't shoot the three, dribbles to the wing, and now skips it over to Logan, back to McCormick. Short corner to Washington. He'll penetrate baseline, and there's a whistle and a foul on the floor.
I was say Louisiana is close to a bonus or getting their 7th team foul, but Elsberry's nowhere close.
Just their 3rd team foul with that foul on Gladney.
Oops.
Richards will throw it in, gets it to McCormick. Head of the key to Logan. He'll step inside the arc and shoots it from 16. It's good. Logan's got 6. Back comes Elsberry. Dotson with 5 seconds with 4. Does he know how much time's left with 3? Gets it to Gladney. He'll shoot the 3. It's short, no good. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Your score of the Elsberry Indians 39, Louisiana 26. Your 4th quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Craig Bowen CPA, and Beinhoff Funeral Homes.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.
CMC Distributing in Louisiana is the place to turn for steel, culverts, industrial supplies, and central welding supplies. In addition, CMC Distributing offers trailer parts, truck accessories, truck beds, and trailer repairs. At CMC Distributing, they always go the extra mile while working hard to make sure you're satisfied. They do it that way for a simple reason. They appreciate your business. CMC Distributing, Highway 54, west of Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
So I don't want to, well, yes, I do, because it's fun to throw Kerry Bibb under the bus occasionally as he's, I think, overworking the clock this evening. Like, I was really confused with the score when you said it at the very end. I'm like, that's not the score I have. I have Louisiana 28 points, but the scoreboard said 26. About halfway through the the time there, they added the 2 points. So it's really 37-28.
There you go. 9-point lead for Elsberry. They have it to start the 4th. Irving back in the game for Elsberry in a double team. Gets it to Turnbull. Ellsbury wants a timeout. Didn't like the looks of that mess. They'll call a timeout. We'll step aside as well. Still 37-28. Elsberry leads. This is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Lynn's Heritage House, and Knight Equipment Company.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Brown's Smokehouse Meats invite you to stop by their retail location in Troy at 185 East Cherry Street.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, home health and hospice and all parts.
7:50 to play in this game. Does Louisiana have another run in them? We shall see. They trail by 9. Elsberry has it out of the timeout. Kinsler gets it into Turnbull outside the arc on the right wing. He'll look for some help now and hand it back to Caden. Caden penetrates into the paint, spins, and loses his footing, and it's a travel. Oh, no, they said they're going to call a foul.
They are, but the Louisiana faithful's not too happy about it.
Let's see what they come up with. The officials get together, and they're going to call a travel. 4th turnover of the half. 9 in the game for Elsberry. So Louisiana will get it back. We'll see if they can make a run like they did in the 2nd quarter and try and win this game. Logan for a deep 3. Good. That's a good way to start it.
I was going to say, that's how things got started last time.
It was. And back comes Elsberry quickly. Dotson gets it to Gladney, left wing. He's going to let the 3 ball fly. He drains another one. Holy mackerel, his 2nd 3 of the night. And it's back to a 9-point lead. Eli Gladney with 2 threes. I don't think I've seen him hit a 3 all year in the games we played, but he's got a couple tonight. Harrison skipped past to Richards. And he tries to get in the short corner. Gladney drop kicks it into the Elsberry bench. 7:04 to play in the game. Richards will throw it in right at the Louisiana bench. To Harrison outside the arc between the circles. Dribbles to the head of the key. Over to Richards. Richards in the post area to Perkins. He'll skip it out to Logan. Logan in the right wing now to Richards. In the short corner to Washington, inside to Perkins. His shot's up, no good. Gladney with the rebound. Pretty good pass and look that time for Louisiana. Irving penetrates in, goes straight to the glass. His shot's blocked by Logan, and Richards comes away with the loose ball. Back comes Louisiana. Washington now has it. Gets in the paint, goes up in a crowd, off the glass, no good. And Dotson will track down the loose ball over in the far corner. 6:20 to play in the game. Still a 9-point lead for Elsberry, 40-31. Dotson on the dribble, does a pirouette, gets it to Kinsler, right wing to Irvin, near corner now to Gladney. He'll skip it far side. High arcing pass stolen by Harrison. Harrison tries to run with it. Pulls up, hands it to Logan. He'll shoot the three, front of the rim, no good. And Elsberry with the rebound. Louisiana's got to get those to start going in. Dotson has it now to the left elbow, spins, runner off the glass, and good. Man, he has had some pretty ones tonight, hasn't he? Woo, give him 9. And the lead to 11. 42-31. Perkins in the near corner for the Dogs. Back to Richards. Matt Smith barking directions to his team. As time is about to be Elsberry's advocate. Harrison pulls up from 16, no good. Dotson, I should say, with the rebound. He'll push it up the far sideline, slams on the brakes, and hands it back to Gladney. Coach Caleb Johnson holds his hands up and says, slow her down a little bit, boys.
Well, and else Ryan Capps has come up off the bench.
In the high post to Turnbull. He loses the handle. He's in a double team. Moves to Gladney, now to Dotson. Left wing three. Back iron, no good. Irving with the long rebound to Kinsler. He'll penetrate in. Gets it to about 8 feet. Off the back iron again. Turnbull with the offensive rebound again. His shot won't go. So great work on the offensive glass, but Elsberry unable to convert. Louisiana back with it. Washington to Richards between the circles. 4:45 to play in the game. 42-31. Elsberry still on top. Harrison into the key area to Logan. Skip pass over to Richards. Back to Logan now. Left wing to Harrison. Harrison holds it above his head. Gets it back to Logan. Logan penetrates in the paint, and it's an illegal screen, I think is what they're going to call on Perkins.
And that's 4 for him.
I thought they called something on Logan. I'm like, ooh, I didn't even see any contact.
So Capps enters the basketball game, but we've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. With 4:26 to go here in the ball game, Elsberry leads Louisiana 42-31. You're listening to the 97th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McCoy Blossom Funeral Home, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and the Ivins Insurance Agency.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
Area High School Sports is on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital and Cellular and Satellite Center.
Well, in the other gym, it's another tight matchup. The Hawks still have the lead over the Van Far Indians by the score of 43-40.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter there yet?
I'm assuming it is. Unfortunately, there's some technical difficulties, and the quarter isn't actually showing up at the moment.
So Elsberry will have it after the timeout. They lead it here by 11. Stretch it back out to double digits with 4:25 to play in the game. And we'll see if they want to slow things down a little bit. I would not. That's how they got here, so keep playing that way. Irving in the high post to Turnbull, back to Kinsler. His 17-footer's an air ball. Harrison with the rebound for Louisiana. He looks for some help, gets it into the front court now. Still has his dribble, hands it off to Richards. To Harrison. Harrison to Richards in the high post to Washington. He tries to get it to a cutting Capps, but it's deflected out of bounds back to the Dogs. Richards will trigger it in left side of the paint. Finds Harrison in the near corner. He'll throw it out to Washington. No look pass inside the Capps. Great catch and pass that time by Louisiana, and Capps converts. He's got 7. Lead is 9, 42-33, down to 3:40. Gladney for three again. That one's off the mark. Caps with the rebound. He'll throw it ahead to Washington. He heads to the glass. His right-hand layup's good. Fouled by Kinsler. So count the bucket, and Mason Washington will go to the line and try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play and cut into this 7-point lead.
I did notice that Kinsler got out there in front of him so he couldn't give the jam.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have fouled him. I'd rather see him. I'm sure Coach Johnson would rather see him just jam it rather than have a chance for a three-point play, which he converts.
Yep.
He's got 8, and the lead back down to 6, 42-36, 3:25 to play in the game. Dotson into the front court to Irving. He penetrates to the short corner right side, gets it back to Dotson, outside the arc. In the second quarter, this is where Elsberry's shot selection went downhill. They've got Irving tied up in a double team and a jump ball. Louisiana will get it on the alternating arrow. Turnover number 11 for Elsberry. And Louisiana can cut into the lead a little more with 3:10 to play. They trail it by 6. Richards walks it across the timeline. Left wing to Harrison. Work it around the horn to Washington. Now to Richards. Thinks about a three. Gives it back to Washington. To Richards. Now to Harrison in between the circles. High post to Washington. Down to Caps. Low block. Lets the defense go by and scores the layup.
Boy, they miss Caps when he's not in the game.
Nice little head fake that time. Watched 2 defenders fly by and shot the layup. The lead is 4, 42-38. Dotson now in the front court. Gets it to Turnbull in the paint, kicks it in the far corner to Irving. He'll penetrate in up off the glass. No good. Richards with the rebound again. Louisiana can get this within 1 with the 3. 2 Caps. He'll go up in a crowd and he'll be fouled by Turnbull. Nice little ball fake by Ryan. He's figured that out. First quarter he was trying to shoot over the big guys. Now he's giving a little head fake, ball fake, and they're flying up in the air like jumping jacks. So Caps will go to the free throw line. He'll get 2 with 2:16 to play in this ball game.
Well, the game over in the other middle school gym has gotten a lot closer. They're about 4-minute mark. When I saw it, it's a 1-point game, clopping on top, 45-44.
We expected close games, did we not?
We did.
Caps at the line. Can he convert the second? In and out, no good. Kinsler with the rebound for Elsberry. Fought with Richards, but came away with it. Here he comes to the head of the key. Has it swatted from behind. Stolen. They get it ahead to Washington. He'll spin to the glass. Up and good. Woo, what a nice move that was. And it's a 2-point game. 42-40, 1:58 to play in the game. Dotson into the front court for Elsberry. Guarded by Caps. What he's doing way out there, I don't know. The kick by Washington on the pass by Dotson will give it back to Elsberry with 1:48 to play. All of a sudden the fans are into this one. Elsberry will have it at the center court stripe. Dotson will throw it in. Into the back court to Kinsler. They lead by 2. Kinsler on the dribble to the head of the key to Dotson. Louisiana in a 1-3-1 zone. Stolen away. Swatted by Caps. Another turnover to Richards. Down to Washington to the block. He's going to be fouled by Turnbull with the body.
On the floor.
It will be on the floor. Be the 6th foul, I think. Louisiana with 7, so Elsberry shooting free throws. Well, maybe it's, yeah, there's the 6th. So Richards will trigger it in left side of the paint. 1:33 to play. Trailing by 2. Harrison to Logan. Logan kicks it back out to Harrison. To Logan. Tries to get in the high post, deflected it. Washington grabs it now as a big scrum half and a tie-up. And let's see what we've got. Did they get a timeout? Got a jump ball. Yep. I didn't see any possession there. I think that's a good call. As Louisiana guys were trying to call timeout, but they couldn't quite get it. But Caleb Johnson's going to call a timeout with 1:23 to play. 42-40, Elsberry on top. This is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, and Ann Lane Boutique.
Hello, my name is Lisa Blossom Payne. My family owns and operates McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. We have 3 locations to serve you. Bowling Green, Troy, and Hawk Point. We provide both traditional funerals and cremation services. In addition, we also offer pre-arrangement options that freeze the cost. If you would like further information, please contact McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory at 573-213-5110.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown's Smokehouse Meats.
So in the other gym right now, it is the fourth quarter, basically 2:30 to go. Clopton up by 5, a 49-44.
42-40 here. Elsberry still on top, led by as many as 16 in the first half. Elsberry came back and closed it down to 3 at half. Elsberry stretched it back out to 11. Louisiana on another little run here in the fourth quarter. Can they finish the deal, finish the run? 1:23 to play. Looks like Louisiana's going to be in a little half-court trap. A 1-3-1 with Washington on the point. Stretching out his long arms. He swats it away from Kinzer, but he stepped on the sideline. Woo-wee. That would have been a big turnover. Had it stolen, but his foot was on the sideline. He's got some big feet, too, so it's not hard to see.
Yeah, I was going to say.
At 6'3". So Elsberry will have it back. Wilson will throw it in the backcourt at the end of the Louisiana bench to Kinsler. To Dotson, they'll get it into the front court. He will against this 1-3-1 trap. Washington causing problems. Kinsler gets beyond the defense and goes in, and he travels.
Turnover starting to mount up for Elsberry here in the fourth.
Yes, they are. That would be turnover number 9 in the fourth and 14 for the game. 1 minute to play. Louisiana's down by 2. They have the ball. Richards between the circles. A 1-2-2 zone this time by Elsberry. Louisiana will bring Washington out to the head to the point. He'll trade places now with Richards. Down to 44 seconds. Not sure what they're waiting on. It's going to be a lob, but it's too short. Washington makes the catch and scores. We're tied. Did you expect anything else?
No.
Gets the full court pressure this time. Kinsler in the backcourt, down to 27 seconds. Both teams in the bonus, so any free throw will give a team a chance to win it from the line. Dotson penetrates into a triple team, and timeout Elsberry. 17.2 to play. We're tied at 42. You listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Remax Realty Shop Alicia Koenig, Sun Window Company, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
If you expect the best in customer service and want quality insurance coverage on the things you love, the Evans Insurance Agency is a must call. Call 816-772-5182 and talk to Scott to tap into his many, many moons of experience, or Shaylee for her friendly attitude. And if all else fails, ask to talk to Will Evans. She's the real boss anyway. The Evans family is here for your home, auto, and business needs.
Tell my mom and dad put into it.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Elsberry with a little bit of a cheerleader shortage tonight. They only have 4
Well,
out
I think
there.
that's all they've had all year.
Oh, really?
That I've seen,
Really?
but that doesn't mean anything. I know that sometimes some of those cheerleading squads break up into like A squad and B squad, so everybody doesn't be out each night. With 37 ticks to go in the middle school gym, Clopton leads Van Far 51-45.
So, Elsberry in the same situation they were in the Clopton terminal. They trailed. This time it's tied. Louisiana did not switch in their man-to-man defense. If they're going to play man, they got to switch. They can't leave that shooter open. Let's see if they come out in the zone, as Elsberry will have it underneath their own basket, right side of the paint. Looks like it's going to be a 2-3 zone for the Dogs. 17.2 to play. Kinsler to throw it inbounds for Elsberry. Holds it above his head, gets it to Dotson. To Irving, had the key. Right wing now to Dotson. He'll dribble out with 13. Down to 11. Lobs it inside to Turnbull. He makes the catch. He's in a double team, and he's going to be fouled on the floor, they say.
Doesn't matter. It's a bonus.
It is. The foul's going to be called on Richards, I believe.
Yep, it'll be number 3 for him.
And that will send Kyle Turnbull to the line for a 1-and-1. We're tied still, 6.7 seconds to play, and Louisiana will call a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 42 all. Both games were one overtime, one-point game. We're tied here, Mary
I
Ann.
know. Well, you know what? It just wouldn't be the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament if we didn't have buzzer-type excitement.
And we're going to have it here. Could have another overtime.
Could have one. In the other gym, they're down to 23 ticks to go. Right now, Van Far's at the free throw line. Free throw shot up and no good. With the rebound is Clopton. They lead right now 51-47, Clopton does. But the Van Far got a steal, and now there's a foul, and looks like Van Far's headed back to the charity stripe. So both games could be ending about the same time based on the number of timeouts and things going on. So,
can Kyle Turnbull give Elsberry the lead? He's at the line with a 1-and-1. 42 alls to score, 6.7 seconds to play. The big junior has made his only free throw so far tonight. Spins it and fires, nothing but net. He'll get a second. It'll still be a one-possession game. So Louisiana will have 6.7 seconds to try and hustle down and either tie it or win this ball game. Turnbull with the second. He's got them both. Clutch free throw shooting into Richards across the timeline, and Louisiana calls timeout with 3.3 seconds to play. They'll have it at about the 10 feet inside the half-court line on this sideline or opposite the score table, trailing by 2.
Well, while they're doing that, let's talk a little bit about this game in the other gym as Clopton has possession down to 5.3 seconds. It looks like Cash Evans was just fouled. So they're going to walk to the other end to shoot some free throws again. Clopton on top, 51-47. So, of course, I can't.
So maybe, I guess you couldn't do the live cut-ins tonight, huh? Technology was not on our side.
I was having a little bit of trouble. Was a little worried about the sound coming through, so didn't want to. As we saw, I kind of had some camera problems here this evening. I lost it off the end of the table.
Whoops.
I caught it. At least I caught it. So.
Oops. So what's Louisiana going to do? They trail by 2. They got to penetrate right, try to get it into Washington and high post or maybe caps.
I was going to say, or caps.
If there's nothing doing there, you kick it outside to Logan or Richards for a 3.
Whatever you do, I think you got to keep it out of that short corner.
We'll see what Elsberry wants to do defensively. They're going to come out and put Wilson on the ball. Harrison will throw it in. They're going to play man, it looks like, Elsberry. 3.3 seconds, okay? Harrison getting instructions not to go side to side. He'll look, and it's deflected, and we're going to do it again. I think he reached across. They got to put 3/10 back on the clock. Oh, they're going to say it was kicked. And Elsberry's going to burn another timeout. Let's take a 30-second break here. We're just the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and True Manufacturing.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
The most complete coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
West End Financial Services.
Well, it's final in the other gym. Clopton gets the win over Van Far by the score of 50. No, wait a minute. Nope. 1 second left. 1 second left. Oh.
Under the wire.
Yeah, no kidding. And they called a timeout.
3 ticks left here. Logan will throw it in this time. Same location. That's same defense. Into Richards. He'll penetrate in. His runner's up off the glass. No good, and that'll do it for the ball game. Louisiana couldn't score, and Elsberry escapes one more time. They win it 44-42 over Louisiana to advance to the championship game. We'll have totals and highlights after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
Founded in 2000, Sparks Maintenance Contracting out of Bowling Green has since been performing industrial maintenance nationwide and plans to continue growing. Sparks Maintenance Contracting attention to detail and compassion are only some of the many things that separate them from other competitors. Teamwork is the key to success in business and in sports. Best wishes to all the area teams from Sparks Maintenance Contracting, proudly serving America.
West End Financial Services in Louisiana will tell you, of course money isn't everything, but it certainly is something. No matter how you feel about it, it's impossible to get along without it. You may not need extra funds now, but if it happens to you, remember solving money problems is West End Financial Services business. West End Financial Services offers check cashing and short-term loans along with Western Union. Open Monday to Thursday 10 to 5, Fridays 10 to 6, and Saturday 10 to 2. Locally owned and operated West End Financial Services in Louisiana off Georgia Street.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM.
The Elsberry Indians advance to the championship game with a 44-42 victory over the Louisiana Bulldogs. And Marianne, it was not as quick pace as we expected, but in terms of closeness and competitiveness, it was everything we expected.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, we talked that Louisiana needed to play 4 quarters this evening, and at 2 quarters in each, the first quarters of each half, they were a little sluggish. It became alive in the second quarter of each half, and they're just going to have to put together 4 quarters moving forward.
Yeah, no question about it. They sleptwalked, through the first and third quarters of this ball game, and then came roaring back in the second and fourth, and they came up, were down by 3 at half, and then lose by 2. So this not quite enough steam for Louisiana to beat this Elsberry team, who has now beat them 3 times. You have the scoring. You want me to give it?
Why don't you give it, because I was doing a couple other things, and I feel like I missed a point or 2.
Let's take a look at Louisiana as they drop to 11-7 on the season. They were led by Mason Washington with 12, Donovan Richards with 10, 9 each for Jack Logan and Ryan Capps, and 2 for Nathan Perkins. Louisiana was 3 for 8 from the free throw line, and they turned it over 12 times. For Elsberry, they were led by Caden Kensler with 14, 9 for Deshaun Dotson, 6 each for Eli Gladney, Evan Wilson, Bryce Irving with 4, and Kyle Turnbull with 5, and the most important 2 of the night with 2 free throws with 6.7 seconds to give Elsberry that 2-point lead, and they go on to win it. 6 for 9 from the free throw line was Elsberry, so they scored 3 more free throws than Louisiana. That always seems to be a good stat to look at, doesn't it? And they turned it over 14 times.
All right, might also pass along to you in the other gym. Clopton holds on to beat Van Far by the score of 53-50. So that was a good matchup as well.
That it was. Had 2 good games tonight. So I'll make the run over to the middle school. We'll have Silex Bowling Green on the radio and on video. Marianne's going to stay here and bring you the Winfield North Callaway game online.
All right.
Have fun with it, Marianne.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and talk some more Bowling Green tournament action for you until we get set for that Silex Bowling Green game next here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated, B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting, and Billy Collins Construction.
True Manufacturing in Bowling Green is hosting a hiring event Tuesday, February 1st from 2:30 until 6 p.m. at their plant location in Bowling Green. True Manufacturing is looking for night shift and weekend warrior shifts with beginning pay between $19 and $20 per hour. If you're looking for a career change, True Manufacturing may be your answer. Mark your calendars now to attend the hiring event Tuesday, February 1st at 16755 Industrial Park in Bowling Green. True Manufacturing is an equal opportunity employer.
No matter which team you're rooting for this season, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our great teams have a wonderful and successful year. Young Enterprises Incorporated features A.K. and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Young Enterprises Incorporated online at youngenterprisesinc.com. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting in Silex specializes in sandblasting, painting, and bodywork on large equipment such as road tractors, semi-trucks, dump trucks, and more. The team at B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting has the knowledge and skill to get your large equipment in tip-top shape. Call B&R today for a quote at 636-262-4304. That's 636-262-4304. B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting in Silex.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
All right, they're getting ready in the other gym for that Silex Bowling Green matchup. But a little bit about the game that I have going on here in the high school gym. It's going to be number 1 Winfield taking on number 4 North Callaway. We had some debate on Tuesday night as Matthew Weber put up 42 points for North Callaway, kind of wondering if that was a record, and it was not. We went and did some record checking, I guess you could say, and I only have the records up until 2009. But in 2006, Donnie Tapley actually scored 45 points in a single game. So Matthew Weber was very close, but did not break that record. He has the 45 points, Tapley does. So, again, very close. It'll be an interesting game. Winfield has just kind of come out and dominated these tournaments for the most part. You know, has done a really good job of putting points up here for the Warriors, and look for them to continue that tonight. North Callaway is going to kind of have their hands full a little bit here trying to take on this Winfield Warrior team, but I'm sure they're up for the challenge. I have a feeling that Elsberry's team will be coming out to watch and scout who they will be playing on Saturday night now in that championship game. If you're just joining us, it was Elsberry defeating Louisiana 44-42. In the other gym, it was a win for Clopton, the number 6 seed, as they defeated number 7 Van Far 53-50. And I think I hear you.
Good game, Marianne. That was a barn burner to the finish. Actually, Van Far got a 3-ball to fall with 1 second to go to pull it within 3. Took a timeout, got a steal, and Nikos Conway actually got another buzzer beater off. And wasn't able to go down on that one, but an exciting 3-point finish between the Hawks and the Van Far Indians, with the Hawks coming out ahead.
All right, Mark, I'll let you and Gordon and Jim take it over from here.
All right, we've got Bowling Green and Silex